Diesel engines are built tough, but they're not indestructible. Most drivers are making small mistakes that slowly destroy their diesel engines without realizing it. Here are 15 diesel driving mistakes that kill reliability, power, and lifespan, and how to avoid every single one. Mistake number 1. Not letting your engine warm up. Diesel engines run at higher compression, thicker oil, and tighter tolerances than gas engines. That's why they take longer to warm up. When you start the engine cold and immediately hit the road, oil hasn't fully circulated, especially to the turbo, top end, and bearings. That cold knock you hear in winter, that's metal on metal contact. Over time, it leads to scoring on cylinder walls and excessive wear on piston rings. What to do? Let the engine idle for 2 to 5 minutes before driving, especially in cold weather. Then drive gently for the first few miles. It gives everything time to reach operating temp without stress. Mistake number 2. Shutting down without letting the turbo cool. After highway speeds or towing, your turbo is cooking, literally. If you shut off your engine right after parking, that hot turbo stops spinning. But oil inside it bakes. That oil breaks down and leaves behind carbon deposits, which clog oil passages and eat away at turbo bearings. This is known as turbo coking, and it's one of the most common reasons turbos fail prematurely. What to do? Let the engine idle for 60 to 120 seconds after high-load driving. This allows the turbo to cool and oil to flow through it one last time, extending its life dramatically. Mistake number 3. Driving too gently all the time. It sounds smart to baby your diesel engine, but believe it or not, driving too gently, especially short tripping it around town, can be harmful. Why? Because low RPMs and light load don't generate enough heat to burn off carbon and soot inside the engine, EGR system, and DPF. Diesels are built to work. They need to get hot, they need to breathe, and they need to run long enough to clean themselves out. What to do? Take your truck on regular highway drives. Let it stretch its legs. Hit 2,500 RPM once in a while. It's not abuse. It's maintenance. Mistake number 4. Interrupting regeneration cycles. Modern diesel engines have diesel particulate filters, DPFS, that trap soot. To clean themselves, they perform a process called regeneration, a high-temp burn that turns soot into ash. If you frequently shut off the engine mid-regen, the DPF never finishes cleaning. Soot builds up, pressure increases. Eventually, your truck goes into limp mode, or worse, needs a DPF replacement, which can cost $2,000 to $4,000. What to do? When you notice a slight idle rise or change in exhaust tone, don't shut off the engine. Let the regen finish. It usually takes 15 to 20 minutes. Mistake number 5. Lugging the engine at low RPMs. Lugging is when you drive in a gear that's too high for your speed, keeping RPMs extremely low. It feels like you're saving fuel, but you're actually increasing internal pressure and stress on crank bearings, rods, and the block. Diesels make torque low, but they still need to spin. When the engine lugs, combustion timing gets harsh. It pounds the bottom end of the engine, leading to vibration, early wear, and blown gaskets. What to do? Use your gears. Keep RPMs above 1,500 under load, and don't be afraid to downshift. Mistake number 6, over-revving or over-tuning without support mods. Yes, modern tuners make it easy to crank up power, but adding 150 horsepower without upgrading your intercooler, transmission, or monitoring temps, that's asking for a meltdown. Too much fuel and boost increases cylinder temps, EGTs, and pressure, leading to melted pistons, cracked heads, or turbo failure. What to do? If you tune, do it responsibly. Use gauges for EGT, boost, trans temp, and upgrade your supporting systems first, especially if you tow. Mistake number 7. Skipping fuel additives in cold weather diesel fuel can gel in freezing temperatures. When that happens, it turns into sludge, clogging your filters and lines and stopping fuel from reaching the injectors. No fuel equals no start. What to do? Use an anti-gel additive every time temps dip below freezing. If your truck sits outdoors in winter, consider a block heater and fuel heater. Mistake number 8. Running the tank too low. Letting your diesel tank run down near empty pulls air and sediment into the fuel system. That gunk clogs your filters, stresses your pump, and can damage injectors. Also, fuel acts as a coolant for the pump. Low levels equals overheating. What to do? Top off regularly. Never let it drop below 1/4 tank if you can help it, and use a biocide if the truck sits for weeks between fill-ups. Mistake number 9, ignoring glow plug or grid heater issues. Diesels need help starting cold. Glow plugs preheat the combustion chamber so fuel ignites properly. If your truck cranks forever in the cold, starts rough, or blows white smoke, it's probably your glow system. What to do? Test your glow plugs, relay, and timer every winter. Replace failing plugs as soon as possible. They're cheap insurance against starter and battery wear. Mistake number 10, neglecting fuel. Diesel fuel is more prone to water and contamination than gasoline. That's why your engine has multiple filters. Neglecting them leads to restricted fuel flow, hard starts, poor performance, and damaged high-pressure pumps. What to do? Replace both filters, primary and secondary, every 10,000 to 15,000 miles. If you drive in dusty, wet, or remote areas, do it even sooner. Mistake number 11, towing or hauling beyond your rated capacity. Just because your diesel can move 20,000 pounds doesn't mean it should, not without the right prep. Towing over your limit overheats your engine and transmission, strains suspension, and can cause brake fade. It also throws off your cooling system, leading to blown head gaskets and warped heads. What to do? Know your GVWR, GCWR, and tongue weight limits. And if you haul heavy regularly, upgrade your cooling system and monitor your temps. Mistake number 12, revving a cold engine to clear it out. Old school thinking says to rev a cold diesel to blow out the smoke. But cold revving does more harm than good. Thick oil hasn't reached all bearings. Turbo seals aren't ready. High revs with cold oil causes premature wear, especially to your turbo. What to do? Let the truck idle and warm up. Drive gently for the first 5 to 10 minutes. That's the safest way to clear things out. Mistake number 13, ignoring dash lights or weird sounds as diesels are noisy. But you know what's normal for your truck? A new whine, rattle, clunk, or drop in boost pressure? Don't ignore it. Same goes for warning lights. That little glow plug icon or def light might seem harmless until you end up in limp mode on the freeway. What to do? Scan your codes. Fix problems early. One $80 sensor replacement is better than a $3,000 repair later. Mistake number 14, using the wrong engine oil. Diesel engines need oil with special detergents and additives, not your regular gas car oil. Use the wrong oil and you risk excess soot buildup, oil breakdown under heat, poor turbo lubrication, and increased wear. What to do? Use oils rated for diesel, CJ4, CK4, or synthetic blends made for high compression engines. Always follow your owner's manual for oil weight and change intervals. Mistake number 15, buying fuel from sketchy stations. Diesel fuel quality matters. Old, contaminated, or water-filled diesel from low-volume stations can destroy injectors, clog filters, and cause misfires or stalling. Algae, water, and sediment are real threats, especially if your truck sits a lot. What to do? Fuel up at major truck stops or high traffic stations. Use a trusted fuel additive to clean injectors and remove moisture. And if you're storing fuel, use a biocide. Here's the bottom line. Diesels are tough, but your habits matter more than you think. Let it warm up. Let the turbo cool. Don't tune without upgrading. Keep your fuel system clean. Do these 15 things right, and your diesel engine could last 500,000 miles or more. Neglect them? You'll be rebuilding a motor long before you should. If this helped you out, hit like and subscribe for more real diesel tips. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.